Welcome back to the Tarot Daily, guys. Today's reading is all about, what was their first impression when they saw you? What do people usually think when they see you? Okay, today we have three piles here, and the deck that I've chosen was actually my first tarot deck ever and a gift from my brother. All right, this is where it all began, right? So anyway, we have three piles here today. And I want you to look at the crystals that I've placed with the three piles. These amethyst crystals, they are available for sale on my Instagram at the Tarot Daily. All right, the first stone we have here, this is pile 1. For pile 2, and we have pile 3. Right, amethyst is a good stone to unblock the crown chakra and the third eye chakra. Okay, amethyst is a very high vibrational stone, and if you would like to purchase, please head on down to my Instagram and you can purchase these stones. Once you've made your decision, go down to the description box and click the timestamps below and it will take you to your reading. I'll see you at your reading. Welcome to your reading, pile 1. Today you're going to find out, how do people look at you at the first glance, their first impressions, and then we'll go on to, what then do they think of you once they get to know you, at the starting stages of getting to know you. First, we have the card, the Devil in reverse. Then we have the Hanged Man in reverse. Then we have the card 3 of Wands. Then we have Son of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles. And we have Mother of Cups, which is Queen of Cups. This is a very interesting reading, pile 1, because, how do people see you at first? We have these two cards. Okay. So the Devil in reverse, people see you as someone who is able to overcome many obstacles in life. They see you as someone who, was chained to your circumstance when you were growing up, but you have this tough shell to you. You have this thing about you that's really tough, and that you are so powerful and can overcome many things in life. You're someone who's like a go-getter, someone who's more like unfazed by whatever the world can throw at you, pile 1. So that's how they see you. And I also see that their first impression of you is that you're just someone who's very, you're not someone who's chill, okay? That I would say. You're someone who's more on the, chasing after something, on the edge, you could say, someone who's very, like, not stagnant, someone who's always doing something in their lives, juggling many balls at the same time. You're just someone very, like, you don't pause, okay? You don't just sit there and wait for inspiration. You are more of type A personality than type B. So that's what I do see for, first impression. First impression, you are, energetic, you're kind of go-getter, energetic, and you go and get what you want, and you've gone through so much adversity in your life, but then you are able to just go forth. I also see that potential lovers or people who have dated you might think you're someone who's not very okay, definitely not someone who's clingy and needy. Okay, they might think that you're someone who's very if this relationship doesn't work, then oh well, that you're just gonna find another one. You're not someone who maybe people feel like can be chained down to them. You're not someone maybe people will think, oh, she's gonna cry after about me, or he's gonna cry about me after we break up. No, you're just someone like, okay, you know what, this is done and dusted, let's go. I have so many important things in my life to focus on, that people are just thinking, wow, look at her, look at her go, right? And I also see that some people might see you as also a controlling person, like, yeah, more self-focused, I would say, self-focused, controlling, not someone that likes to take a break, always just on the go, on the go, on the go. And I also see that you're quite, okay, people might think you're very set in your ways, like, A means A, apples are apples, oranges are oranges, nothing is, abstract, right? You're not someone who believes in abstract and, all those concepts. That's what I see when people look at you. That's their first impression that they get of you, pile one. Now, let's go on to, what do they see after getting to know you for a while? We have the cards, Three of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and Mother of Cups, which is such a different vibe compared to, their first initial reaction or their first initial impression when they see you. So, once they get to know you, I see that people tend to think that you're someone who is actually very progressive. You have progressive thoughts. You're all about expansion. You're all about, trying to learn more about this world, learn more about yourself, learn what makes people tick, what makes you tick. You're very expansive in the sense that you're always a learner of this world. You want to learn new things. You want to just expand your horizon. Okay, I see that with you. You're someone who's actually more than meets the eye. People might think, oh, this is a type A personality, rigid, go-getter, not very relaxed. But then actually, once they get to know you, they see, oh, this person is so expansive, so introspective, and you kind of just, are all about, let's see where, life takes me. Let's see, how far I can expand and I can extend myself. And they also see you as a very dependable person, pile one. Like, after getting to know you, they see that, hey, you are really, really very dependable. Like, you're someone who's, if you say you're going to be there at 9 a.m. and that's where you're going to be, 9 a.m. You're someone who's not very flighty. Okay, you're not someone who's flighty at all. You are really very dependable, honest, trustworthy. Earth sign energies, pile one, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo, right? So that is your energy. Okay, very, very dependable nature. And I also see that you're someone who's very emotionally intelligent, someone who's very, who sits in their emotion, and someone who really is able to deal with their emotions and not just shut it off, or not just, indulge in it, drown in it, right? You're very emotionally intelligent, emotionally mature, and that is how the world sees you after getting to know you, pile one, with expansion, reliable and emotional, someone who's very dependable emotionally, knows how to hold their feelings well, knows how to carry their feelings well and not get overwhelmed by it or not shut it out completely. So I see that for you. This is how people first see you, someone who just can't pause, always doing something but not chained to anything, came out from struggle but is doing well now. They see this, they see the fire in you, and they first see you, and then after that, once they get to know you, I see, they see the softer side in you, the more introspective, the more feminine qualities. I feel like that's what's happening. When they first see you, they see a lot of masculine energy, and it doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man, the first thing they see is very masculine energy, very yang energy. But then after that, when they get to know you, they see, hey, there's this aspect to you that's very, feminine as well. Someone who's, very caring, nurturing, dependable, expansive, right? Even some of them might see you as a very good mother, the stereotypical mother, that's what they see you as, some people, right? So, let's look at some oracle cards that we have, and let's expand as to what people and how people see you. What's their first impression, pile one. So from the animal oracle deck, okay, let's get some cards. You see, the thing about people's impression is, yeah, we have nothing to do with it, but then it's just interesting to know how we come across to people, right? All right, so what we have here, the beaver spirit, okay? Lay a solid foundation. What did I say, pile one? Okay, you're all about foundation. You're all about dependability. You're someone very, very dependable. They see you as someone who will never leave their side, who's not flaky, who will not say one thing and do another. All right, and let's look at one more card from the Animal Oracle. We have the card Giraffe Spirit. Okay, see the big picture. So with this card, pile one, I see that, people see you as someone who doesn't get lost in minor details. Some at the start they might see you as someone who, she's so focused on, all the small matters in life and things like that. But then once they get to know you, I see that they see, hey, you're someone who's focused on the big picture. Community, okay, how can we make life better for each other? Someone who doesn't get lost in, the details, right? The devil is in the details, and you're not someone who's lost in that. Very dependable, someone who sees the big picture, and you're still a go-getter. That is not something that people forget about you, but you're still a go-getter, and yet there's so much nurturing, solid, stable foundation that you have, that you carry, and that is so beautiful, Pawan, because we are living in a society where many people, right, solid, they equate it to boring, and that is such a this very unfortunate mindset to have. Because once you grow up, you realize that solid is actually beautiful. Solid is actually what, we aspire. That's what we want in a relationship and people in our life. We don't want flaky. We don't want, exciting in the sense that we don't know if they will turn up or not, or they're not even coming. They're not reliable, right? The thing is that as people grow older and the people around you, they will start to appreciate and admire the person that you are. And that's great, because you start off great and you just grow better and more beautiful in the eyes of the people that know you. So let's look at some divine feminine goddesses that represent you. How do people see you, pile one? Okay, I have the card. Ooh, the cosmic egg. Okay, yeah, I don't read reversal for oracle decks. The cosmic egg, the divine feminine. I hold the universe within me. I am the force of an ever expanding love. So you see, you are the divine feminine. People look at you and they think, she is the power femme. She is the, the woman that we all aspire to be. Some people might think that if you're a man, you are someone that actually really sits very well in your power. You know your power. You don't have to, really flex and front and, look at me, I'm powerful. The thing is that you are silent power, like how they say this is silent and insecurity is loud. And, with this, I see, pile one, that, people see you as this, just this aspirational, inspiring person that has so much strength because of your past experience or whatever walks of life you come from. Even if you're someone who come from a good life, an affluent background, people do still see the strength in you, that you're someone who will overcome any challenges that life throws at you. I get a very kind of Aries vibe, okay? But, I also see water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Earth signs, I see that you're someone who's all-encompassing, all elements, earth, water, fire, and air. All right, we're going to pick some more cards from the archetype cards. What is our people's impressions when they first see you, pile one? Okay, let's get... All right, the card that we have here is Avenger. Okay, desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. So you see, people do see, how hard you work, pile one, to be who you are. You're not someone that will just let, people treat other people badly and just and just be okay with it. You're someone that actually will speak out about it. You would not want to associate and, surround yourself with people who are always talking negative about others. You're someone who's going to be like, hey, that is wrong, and I don't want to be part of it. If you want to speak like that, you want to act like that, you can't be part of my life. That's the kind of person you are. You are definitely, maybe in the past when you were younger, you let toxic relationships be part of your life, but as you grow older, you are like, you know what, I can smell toxic from a mile away, and I have no time for it. That's the kind of person you are growing to be, and that's the kind of person that people do see you when they get to know you. One more, okay, then we have Messiah. All right, with Messiah, it's serving humanity with humility. Okay, with this, it's a very Mother of Cups energy, kind of like Mother Teresa. I mean, of course, you're gonna be like, Mother Teresa, come on, I'm not like on that scale, if you might think like that. But what I see is that with Messiah, you're just someone who's very loving and giving. If you have kids, your kids will definitely look at you as someone who's very loving, a loving mother, very kind, very, not just kind, you're firm when you need to be, right? And if just the people around you, they look at you and they think, oh, this is a good person. This is a genuine and really, good to the bone, right? Good to their core. This is the reading I've received for you, pile 1. I hope you enjoyed it, and leave a comment down below about whether this is true. Is that how you think people see you, or what do you think, what do you like about this? All right, and I will see you in my next reading. Welcome to your reading, pile 2. Today we're going to find out, how do people actually see you? What is their first impression of you? And maybe after getting to know you a few more weeks and even months, and what do they think of you after that? All right, so we have the cards. Father of Cups, which is the King of Cups. We have the card Ace of Pentacles. We have the card 10 of Swords in reverse. We have the card 4 of Cups in reverse. Then we have the card Judgment in reverse. Okay, pile 2. I do see that when people first lay eyes on you, when they look at you, what they see is someone who is very grounded, okay? Someone who is very grounded and, career focused, okay? They do see a very career-oriented, grounded person that likes, to save money, who is maybe more likes the finer things in life, okay? They see that, you have nice, expensive looking things, like, all your things are of standard, you're not someone who just wants to thrift. You're someone who likes the finer things in life, and you're not afraid to show it, you're not afraid to show it, but of course not too frivolous, right? They do see that you like, you work hard for your money, and whatever you buy, you deserve it, but then yet you're not so showy and frivolous about it. It's like, but you're particular about it just for you, but not, you're not someone who's probably going to post, all about your designer goods like online, but you're someone who, you like nice things. And I also see that you're very hardworking. People see you as hardworking, dependable. They see you as someone who is very, very based on the material world, okay? They see you as someone who's like, like life is all about hard work, hustling, get money, enjoy it. You're kind of like, simple, more light-hearted. And I also see that some people see you as very youthful, in the sense that you might come off a bit emotional, and like your emotions are just, changing from one day to another, or even 1 hour to another. They could see you as someone who's very, like emotional, exciting, youthful, just, youthful vibes, someone who's just very, like, you don't hide your emotions, for sure. You don't hide your emotions at all. You're someone who expresses it, and people might feel a bit, taken, like people who are not comfortable with emotions, right? Pile 2, they may be taken aback by how raw that you're willing to get, how you are willing to just express yourself. You're quite what you see is what you get. That's how you appear. Okay, at least that's how you appear. It might not be the case further on in the reading. You're going to find out that might not be the case, but how you actually appear to people is that, okay, I'm like, youthful, young, fun. I work hard for my money, and my emotion. Yeah, you could be quite, people might see as emotional, just someone who wants to just live and have no qualms about how you appear in front of others. Okay, like emotionally I'm talking about, not just materialistically. Yeah, and I see that they also see you as a survivor, pile two. They see you as a survivor, that someone who came out of adversity, someone who had a difficult upbringing, maybe even a difficult, like someone who maybe has gone through some things in life, but you never let that attitude weigh you down and age you, right? You did not let it age you. They kind of just know that, wow, this person has been through something, but look at them, still bubbly, still doing their thing, still going through every day, trying their best, putting their best foot forward, even though, maybe they're past, or maybe they were in toxic relationships, or maybe, whatever the case may be, right? They see you as someone who has strength, someone who has strength, and not someone who's suffering, someone who has overcome suffering. And and that's how people initially, that's their first impression of you, this youthful energy, emotional, in the negative sense, I would say that maybe some of them, look at you and think you're emotionally immature. Maybe, that's the vibe they first get, very, very, like how when you look at children or teenagers, that they are just the way they are. And it's not a bad thing, it's just that they're like, oh, look at teenagers, they are very, very focused on self, very, they just want to express themselves without ever thinking, that, there's like there's some consequences, like the adult world is more structured. It's more like there's certain rules, there's certain this and that, so many things to actually think about. But, they see you as just, very youthful and fun and some hardworking and, come strong. Yeah, strong is a word that people see you when they first look at you. All right, pile two. I also see that once they start to get to know you, a few weeks in, maybe a few months in, I see that they realize that actually, you're way more than meets the eye. Okay, you're someone who is not really just someone who just lay back and let the world tell you who you are, or let the world tell you what you're meant to be, right? You're someone who's actually quite proactive as a person. You're very focused on self-development. Maybe in the past, when they first got to know you, you may seem as someone maybe self-absorbed. Okay, I don't like to use that word, but they may have seen you as someone quite self-centered, self-absorbed. But then as they get to know you, pile two, they see that actually this is not centeredness. It's more of like self-awareness. They see that you're someone who's very self-aware, and you're always working towards getting more self-aware about who you are, how you react to things, what do you like to do. And you're someone who's just very, as they get to know you, people see that you're quite self-aware, self-focused, not in the childish sense of self-centeredness. They see it's like moving, they slowly, as they get to know you, they realize that, hey, this person is quite, mature, they are quite driven, quite motivated, and they want to improve themselves. That's what I do see for you, pile two. And also some people, not saying all, but some people who get to know you, they might find that there is a part of you that could be a bit judgmental when it comes to other people and things like that. Some people might find you that you are kind of harsh, but the thing is that they understand that your judgments of others. The thing about, okay, I know the world likes to say that we're not supposed to be judgmental and all that, but I do believe that human beings have to have a sense of judgment, in the sense of how we survive. If we have no judgments at all, we will not be surviving this long on earth, because we need to be able to be aware of who's dangerous, what situation should I remove myself from, who are the people I should distance myself from. And you do have that, and of course it's normal to be judgmental to a certain extent, okay? But it's when people go overboard with the judgmental attitude, it's when people get labeled as judgmental, and stuff like that. So for you, I do see that many people who are maybe more of the relaxed manner, the relaxed sorts, they are the type to see you as a bit more judgmental, a bit more uptight, about situations. They might feel like, maybe you came from, struggles in life that has caused you to be a bit more judgmental when you're dealing with others, or when you think of others and speak of others, right? That's what I see, the way some people might see you. Okay, that's the only negative side in the reading. I do see that the only negative thing that people kind of associate with you would be judgment. Okay, judgmental. And the thing is that pile 2, that's what they see, but then again, only you know who you are. You know who you are and what you are all about. But yeah, so this is what you come off as, driven, focused, hardworking, youthful, fun, survivor, self-aware. You come across as someone very wiser than they first meet you. When they meet you, you come off very, childlike, and then afterwards they find you more old-souled, old-spirited kind of person. All right, let's look at your oracle cards now, your animal oracle cards. Let's see what else. What are people's first impressions when they see you, when they meet you? Pile 2. Right, we have the card Canary Spirit. Right, okay, with Canary Spirit, sing your own song. So you see, with this, I also get this very youthful vibe. Someone who walks to their own what's that saying? Walk to your own drum, right? Walk to your own beat, right? You're someone who walks to the drum of your own beat. Sorry. You're someone that walks to the beat of your own drum, That's what people see you as, very independent in nature. Someone who, someone who's proud to stand out, not afraid to stand out, and you do it well. You do it with style, you do it with elegance, right? The Canary Spirit, you're someone who's just, you're not someone who wants to fit in, okay? Definitely not someone who wants to fit in with the crowd. You're someone who just wants to stand out, be proud, be the best that you could be, right? Let's take another oracle card for you, pile 2. We have the card. Okay. We have the card. Let's see, what do we have here? Dragonfly Spirit. Okay, truth transcends illusion. So you see, with you, pile 2, you're someone who people just, when they look at you, 22 might be a significant number, but when they look at you, they just think of you as this person who is just very authentic. You come out as a very authentic person. Okay, you come off as someone who's not afraid to show the true self, their true self. You're someone who speaks the truth. You spill it, you tell it like it is. That's the kind of person you are. You're not afraid of like people looking at you and thinking, oh my God, she's so judgmental, or he is so judgmental. They look at you and they think, you know what? This person is very truthful, honest. They are real. They are a real BIH, right? They are real people. They are very truthful and genuine and authentic. That's what people see you as well. Pile 2. Okay, let's get you an archetype card. What are people's first impression of you, pile 2? Let's see. We have the card Messiah. Okay, it's interesting because pile 1 had it too. Messiah, serving humanity and with humility. Because of what you've been through in the past, pile 2, I see that people do see that, you do have this thing where you're very, you are kind of, you relate to people quite well, okay? You relate to people quite well. There's this sense of you that's so human, so raw. Maybe that's why if you have, if you can deal with children who come from, less fortunate backgrounds, children from homes that were neglectful and all that. So people do see that in you, that you have that part in you that can connect with such people, because of what you've been through. There's this thing about you that's so human, so raw, so beautiful, so authentic. And let's take another card from the archetype deck. Okay, we have the card Alchemist. Okay, with Alchemist, transformations of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. Okay, you're someone who is able to manifest whatever you put your mind to. Pile 2, you're someone who's you're a master manifester. You're someone who, what you want, you put it into the universe and somehow you get it. And you do it very well when in terms of abundance, material, earthly abundance. You do it really well in terms of that. You might be someone who is able to, put your mind into a goal of getting, a pay raise or something like that. You're able to manifest the jobs that you want, the career that you want. You're quite, in that sense, you're quite, you're blessed when it comes to earthly gifts. Okay, now we're going to end your reading with one more goddess deck. Okay, from the Goddess Oracle deck, the Divine Goddess. Okay, which goddess do they see you as? Pile 2. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine, this is all inclusive. Okay, now we have the Goddess Vajra Yogini. Okay, the essence of all Buddhas. I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation. Okay, so again, the word material keeps popping up. So you are honestly like a material goddess, or material god, someone who is able to manifest things in the material world. You are able to just, whatever you wish, you're able to bring it into the 3D world. You're able to bring it into our world, and you do it very well. Okay, very, very truthful, independent, career person. That's how people see you, as someone who just, wow, if they wanted a car, and look at that, they got a car. They wanted this job and they got it. You're someone like that. I want it, I got it, like Ariana Grande once said, right? But yeah, all jokes aside, pile 2, I see that, that's how people see you, and you should be proud regardless of how people see you. You know who you really are. And with that, that's the reading I've received for you today. Thank you for watching this reading. Please do like and subscribe, and head on down to the Tarot Daily if you would like to purchase this amethyst crystal, on my Instagram. All right, and I will see you in my next reading. Welcome to your reading, pile 3. Today we're going to look at how others see you, what kind of person you are, what's their first impressions when they see you. And then we're going to go into, maybe after getting to know you a few weeks, a few months, how do they see you then? Okay, pile 3. So first we'll look at your tarot cards, and then we'll go into your oracle cards. Wow, the first card we have is the Tower. All right, we have the Tower, and then we have Strength in reverse. We have Daughter of Swords in reverse. That is the Page of Swords in reverse. Then we have Mother of Swords in reverse. And then we have the Two of Cups. A lovely ending, to your reading. Anyway, pile 3. Wow, what do I see? Okay, when people first look at you, pile 3, you know what they're going to think? They are going to think that you are a firecracker, aren't you? You are trouble. You are someone who people look and they feel like, okay, drama, trouble. This person is very, very brutally honest. When they see you, they see someone who's very brutally honest with their feelings and their opinions, someone who's very someone who's really just very in your face about it, not afraid. Pile 3, you are not afraid to tell someone what it is and how it's like. You're that kind of person, right? That's how people see you. They see you as someone very strong, very fierce, very real, very honest, but sometimes too honest. Pile 3, you can come off as a bit brutally honest, like how my reading is right now. I'm just giving you 100 of what the cards say. You may come off as someone who's very you will just spill the truth if you feel like someone is trying to get on your nerves. You're not gonna try to sweet talk. You're not gonna sugarcoat anything. You're more of like, hey, this is the truth. You are not a great person, and this is what I think. Yeah, out there, you're gonna say it. And people might find you very confrontational. Pile 3, I see that you come across as someone who's quite confrontational. You kind of force people to see the reality of things, however brutal it may be. I also see that, people see you as, in your face, very strong, kind of drama, kind of loud, kind of, disrupting the peace, sort of, quote unquote. But they also see that they feel like all this that you're putting up is a show because there is some kind of a, lack of confidence. There's some kind of insecurity that is coming through. Take what resonates. If you feel like this reading is too harsh for you, you may click away. Pile 3, but this is what I've received, and this is what I'm telling you. Okay, I see that, some people might look at you and think, with all this noise, this person actually, is quite insecure, quite, like there is a lack of confidence, even though you don't appear like that. You don't appear like someone who has a lack of confidence, but under all this bravado, this like, I'm gonna tell it like it is, I'm really brutally honest, I'm not afraid to speak what I think, someone who's like that, right? I do see that behind that, people do see that all this might be coming from a place of insecurity, a place of maybe self-doubt, and I also see that you are someone that is quite someone who's very tricky, in the sense of mind games. You're good with mind games. You're good at making people, really think like, oh, what's going on here? You like to keep people guessing. That's their first impression of you. In love, you could be someone very, like young at heart as well. I do see something that's very youthful in your energy. But I also see that, you could be someone that likes to play mind games to keep things exciting, interesting, very passionate. Pile 3, very passionate. Your energy is the most passionate in all 3 piles, and you are my favorite pile, okay? Because Pile 3, some people might think, oh, she's so brutally honest, might come off a bit harsh, with her judgments and how she think of others and stuff like that. And she doesn't care about being that sweet, damsel in distress, because you're someone who just goes out and does what she wants to do, and you don't give an F about anyone or what anyone thinks about what you're going to do. But this is just the external, this is just the shell, okay? But Pile 3, as people get to know you, they see how sweet you actually are. Pile 3, I know, if you really are the kind of person that doesn't want to look sweet, right? I know this is going to make you cringe. You're going to be like, no, it's not me, I'm not sweet, but underneath all that hard exterior, Pile 3, I see that you are actually someone who's so much of a lover. You're such a lover at heart. Like when, especially to the people in your life, like your friends, your lovers, your family, the people you actually really love, I do see that you're such a sweetheart to them. You're someone, they see it. People who get to know you a bit, they see the sweet side of you because, first they see all this, exterior, this drama, this, all these intimidating factors to you. People do see as intimidating as well. They do see all this, but then, deep down, when they really get to know you, they're like, oh my goodness, this person is so sweet, and you're so caring and nurturing to the people around you that it's so funny how, when strangers see you and they report back to the people that love you, right? Like they say, oh, she seems a bit, intimidating, and and this and that. Your love, your loved ones are like, no, that's not, how she is at all, or how he is at all, whichever gender you choose to identify as. And I also see that you're actually quite an emotional person, underneath all these, people do see that you're soft in emotion. You love love. You're someone who does not believe that there's no such thing as love, because you do. You are actually such a hopeless romantic inside, okay? But at the first glance, everyone is like, whoa, this person is very brave, very out there, very daring, very outrageous in the things that you say. But, deep down, they find out like beyond all this lies a really, really, really sweet, passionate, caring, and loving individual. Okay, pile 3. I still see that. Let me pick an animal oracle card for you to see, what are people's first impressions when it comes to you. Okay, we have the card. Let's see what we have here. We have the card, Swan Spirit. And, okay, it came out together. And Cow Spirit. All right. So pile 3, with the Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive. People do see how beautiful you are. Okay, when the first thing they look at you is how attractive you may be. But I also see that they see that you are someone who, might not be very deep, someone who maybe lacks a bit of depth, because you just, whatever you think, you just say, and that's what they may see you as, beautiful, but whoa, like really a shocker with the things that you say, things that you're not afraid to express. They do see your heart exterior, your heart beautiful exterior, but then as they get to know you, they see the softness. If you know anything about the Asian fruit durian, right, something like that, you're thorny on the outside, but inside you're just so sweet and soft, right? And with Cow Spirit, I see the miracles are endless, and with you, pile 3, I see that, as they get to know you, it's like unraveling this sweet, where you're peeling back all these layers of wrappers, and then you get to the sweet part. And the wrappers could be crinkly, and and might even give you paper cuts and stuff, but that is so worth it, because when they get to the sweet part, they're like, what, all this struggle was worth it, right? I'm going to take some more oracle cards for you from the archetype deck of cards. How do people see pile 3? What's your first impression? Okay, what do you come off as in the first glance? Okay, and we have the card Samaritan. Okay, with Samaritan, refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. Okay, with this, right, this is for people who have gotten to know you a little. They see how you actually, at the first glance, they might be like, yeah, this person is probably not going to help me, they're probably not going to do anything. But then you actually surprise them and realize that you actually have a heart of gold, pile 3. Like, you're someone who likes to help those you love and care for. And, even you see someone on the street, begging and stuff, you might feel, this kind of oh dear, like they are, going through something hard in life, and you feel empathy. It's just people won't think that of you when the first time they see you. It's only after they get to know you a few weeks do they see that soft side of you. And detective, great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. Okay, you are someone all about the truth. You're someone who prides yourself on spilling the tea, someone who prides yourself on really speaking truth and doing what is right and truthful. You're someone who just doesn't care if you're going to break down a relationship just because you spilled the truth, because you feel truth is more important than, you know, the lies that people live. You know, truth is more important than telling a white lie. And that's the kind of person you come across as, someone who just would rather tell the truth than sugarcoat anything and let people live in, you know, their dreamland. You know, that's the kind of person that you are, and that's how you come across. And there's no shame, you know, in your game, pile 3. You're someone like, you know, who I would say, Simon Cowell, you know, the American Idol judge from long ago. Yeah, someone like that, where, you know, you're just going to spill the truth. You know, you don't care what people think. You're just going to think like, it's better now than later. You know, you're like more of a tough love kind of person. Okay. And we have, oh, okay. You're more of like, you know, a tough love kind of person. Okay, and from your goddess card, we have the card Yamoja. Okay, goddess of all that flows. I am an ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. All right, so you see, pile 3, when people look at you, I mean, definitely there's this attractiveness, there's this dark, mysterious, you know, maybe when you were a teenager, you were into the whole emo scene, you know, scene kid and stuff like that. But there's something about you that's very dark and mysterious and attractive. When people lay eyes on you, they see how beautiful you are. There's something very sensual and attractive about you. And then, but the thing is that, you know, like this is the exterior, you know, hard. You come across as, you know, intimidating, sensual, sexy, and then they get to know you and you're actually a sweetheart despite everything else that they first thought of you. I see that, you know, you're someone who people also think of as creative. You're kind of, I think you really do have like a Scorpio vibe, you know, Leo, you know, you could be a Leo or Scorpio, very strong personality, not everyone's cup of tea, you know, kind of person. But you're very magnetic, you know, people see you as very magnetic. They want to be your friend, but then they kind of like, oh, but sometimes it's a struggle, but still they want to be your friend, you know. And you're also the kind of person that is just like, you know what, if you don't want to be my friend, it's fine. I will have like many other friends, you know. You're kind of like that, you know, that's your energy. Like, it's more of like a, you know, like a F you kind of energy. I don't need you, you know. If you want to be my friend, great. If you don't want to, it's fine as well, kind of person. But you really do give your everything to the people that you love, and those people recognize it, they know it, and that's all that matters. That is the reading I've received for you today, pile 3. If you liked my reading, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. And if you'd like to purchase any of my amethyst stones, please head on down to my Instagram at the Tarot Daily, and you can purchase from over there. And with that, I'll see you in my next reading. Thank you.